Hello and welcome back, baseball fans. Tonight, the 2011 Victoria Generals play host to the 13-12 Texarkana Twins in the final game of a two-game series here. The Generals wrapping up a four-game homestand before they're off on Tuesday and Wednesday before they play host to the Brazos Valley Bombers on Thursday. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Texarkana Twins. Leading off and playing first base is number 7, Tom Lichty. Batting second, playing center field, number 5, Reese Durand. Batting third and playing third base tonight, number 18, Ryan Randall. Batting fourth and playing second base, number 3, Shea Gutierrez. Doing the catching tonight for the Twins is number 16, Christian Bolware. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 10, Hudson Hopkins. Batting seventh and playing left, number 8, Noah Sifrit. The designated hitter tonight, number 22, Lee Thomas. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is number 2, Blake Shannon. The Twins will be sending number 35, Matt Sessler, to the mound to face the Victoria Generals, who run out a lineup of leading off number 44, playing center field, Tanner Roach. Batting second and playing right field is number 12, Jonathan Tapia. DHing tonight and batting third is number 43, Derek Cervantes. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson. Playing first base tonight is number 17, E.J. Taylor. Catching tonight for the Generals, getting his first start of the summer, is number 99, Kyle Moose. Batting seventh and playing third base is number 6, Reese Johnson. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 2, Bennett Lawrence. And the second baseman tonight for the Generals is number 9, Justin Barr, who send number 33, Aaron Gonzalez, to the mound, who this summer has thrown 20 1/3 of an inning, has an 0-1 record, giving up 10 earned runs, 13 walks, 25 strikeouts, and a 4.4 ERA. As the first pitch he throws is a fastball on the outside corner for strike number 1, and we're underway here. Generals looking to rebound after a tough loss last night to the Twins, 7-6, as they blew a 6-5 lead in the ninth inning. So the 0-1 pitch from Gonzalez is popped up to the first baseman, E.J. Taylor, as he charges in, but it looks like it's going to be the catcher, Kyle Moose, who calls it off, and it hits off his glove, and that's going to be a foul ball, strike number 2. Tough play there as he was battling the sun. Hopefully that doesn't come back to cost the Generals here, as Tom Lichty's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Tom went 1 for 5 in last night's ball game, also as the leadoff hitter in the ball game last night. So the 0-2 pitch from Gonzalez is a changeup that misses away for ball 1. 1-2 the count. And here's a 1-2 pitch. Another changeup just misses off the outside corner, ball 2. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a hot one here. Riverside Park, temperatures exceeding 95 degrees. The 2-2 pitch from Gonzalez. The fastball popped up, and that's going to be the shortstop, Peyton Robertson, ranging into shallow left field. And he's going to squeeze that one for the first out of the ball game. 1 up, 1 down here for the Generals. With 1 away, the Twins are going to send up number 5, Reese Durand. Reese was 2 for 5 in last night's ball game, as the Twins have the same first 4 hitters in the lineup that they sent out last night. So the first pitch from Aaron Gonzalez is popped up down the third base side. Reese Johnson should have room, and he does. Quickly 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Good start for Aaron Gonzalez as he's making his last appearance of the summer for the Generals, as he's reached his innings, about to reach his innings pitched mark for the summer. He will face number 18, Ryan Randall, with 2 away here in the top of the first, who is also 2 for 5 in last night's victory for the Twins. First pitch he sees is fastball that misses up and in for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Gonzalez. Another fastball fouled away for strike number 1. Count runs to 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch from Aaron It's a slider in there for strike number 2. So he gets ahead of another Twins hitter here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Changeup, check swing. And that's going to be called a ball. As Reese Johnson and Aaron Gonzalez started walking off the field thinking that was strike number 3. Nevertheless, the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 3. And the count runs full here to Ryan Randall. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. Fastball runs away, ball 4. As Ryan Randall works a 2-out walk, and the Twins will have a base runner here in the first inning. They'll send up number 3, Shea Gutierrez, who played third base in last night's ball game. He's playing second base tonight. Shea had a good night at the plate last night, went 3 for 5. We'll see if the Generals can keep him in check tonight. As the first pitch from Gonzalez is a fastball popped foul for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The Twins had a top-heavy lineup last night as their first 4 hitters tallied 8 of their 12 hits. As the 0-1 pitch, the runner takes off from first. The throw from Moose is not in time. A bobble out there at second base by Justin Barr. But it wouldn't have mattered as Ryan Randall slides in safely with the stolen base. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Shea Gutierrez. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball ripped out into right field. Back goes Jonathan Toppy, and he's going to have room and makes the play out near the warning track. The Twins leave 1 on as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Score still tied at 0. The Twins are sending big lefty number 35, Matt Sessler, to the mound tonight. His last start against the Victoria Generals was back on June 24th, where he went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 4 earned runs, striking out 4 and walking 3. He will face the leadoff man for the Generals, number 44, Tanner Roach. Tanner stayed out of the plate last night as he went 2 for 3 and also drew 2 walks from the leadoff spot. As the first pitch he sees is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Sessler is fouled down the left field line, and that's going to get out of play as he's quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball way up for ball 1. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch to Tanner is a slider. Just misses away. Ball 2. This counts back to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Another fastball that's fouled straight back as he stays alive here, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next offering from Sessler is another fastball ripped up the middle as Tanner Roach leads off the game the same way he led off last night's game with a base hit up the middle. And that'll send number 12, Jonathan Tapia, to the plate. Tapia was also 2 for 3 in last night's ball game and drew 2 walks as well, as the 1-2 hitters for the Generals had great nights, even though they were unable to come out with the win. We'll see if Tanner Roach goes early in the count here, as he's known to steal a ton of bases. First pitch from Sessler's fastball in there, strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Oh and 1 here as Sessler comes set and delivers. Changeup that misses away for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Tanner Roach takes off from first as Tapia takes low with the slider and no throw from Christian Boulware. As Tanner Roach went on first movement there and slides in easily at second base. Another stolen base for Tanner Roach, and Jonathan Tapia sits ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tanner Roach takes off for third on the next pitch. The throw from Christian Boulware short hops the third baseman. And Tanner Roach on back-to-back pitches has stolen second and third base. Good aggressive base running from Tanner Roach. As Jonathan Tapia sits in the driver's seat here ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. With a scoring opportunity here early for the Generals. The 3-1 pitch from Sessler is another fastball that hops up there for ball 4. And the Generals have runners on the corners here with nobody out, as they'll send the designated hitter number 43, Derek Cervantes, to the plate, who went 1 for 1 in a pinch hitting role yesterday, doubling as well as walking in his 2 at-bats, earning him the nod as the designated hitter tonight. First pitch he sees from Sessler is a slider in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Nice backdoor slider there from Matt Sessler as he gets ahead of another Generals hitter, but has been unable to put them away thus far tonight. Cervantes shows bunt, pulls it back for ball number 1. 1-1 now the count. Good speed on the bases for the Generals. Jonathan Tapia takes a big lead from first base. And the pitch from Sessler is another fastball that misses away for ball 2. So the count's back in Derek's favor. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is another fastball off the cap. It's going to score a run if it stays fair, but it does not as Matt Sessler touches it in foul territory. And the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two and 2 here, nobody out. Runners on the corners for the Generals in a scoreless ball game thus far. It looks like Sessler's ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch. Tapia takes off from first base, and that ball's driven to left field by Derek Cervantes. If it's fair, it's gone. That ball's out of here. A 3-run shot from Derek Cervantes gets things going for the Generals here early, leading the Twins 3-0 on the big fly. Now batting for the Generals is number 7, Peyton Robertson. Peyton went 2 for 4 in last night's ballgame, also drew a walk as the first pitch he sees from Sessler is driven into center field. Going to be a tough play out there for the center fielder who makes it on the warning track. Wow, what a play out there by Reese Duran, who got turned around but somehow made that play for the first out of the inning. A lot of hard contact here early for the Generals, as the first man for the Generals is retired here in the bottom half of the first inning, already leading 3-0 on a Derek Cervantes 3-run home run. The Generals will now send number 17, E.J. Taylor, to the plate, who did not play in last night's ball game. So the first pitch he sees from Sessler is a slider that stays up for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball off the plate, ball 2. As EJ's jumped ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is swung through and missed. Strike number 1. 2-1 now the count. The 2-1 pitch is a changeup. Wave through a miss. Strike 2. Sessler's got himself back in the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back. As EJ stays alive here, count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next 2-2 pitch is a fastball way off the plate for ball 3 as this count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses down and in, ball 4 as E.J. Taylor draws a 1-out walk, sending number 99 Kyle Moose to the plate, who's making his Generals debut this summer. attends Sam Houston State University in the fall. It's Kyle will bat here with one on and one out. So the Generals have already struck early in this ball game. First pitch he sees is a fastball that misses down for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Kyle is a fastball grounded foul down the third baseline. Count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. Good lead at first base for E.J. Taylor. It's the 1-1 pitch to Kyle Moose is a slider in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Kyle as EJ takes off from first. The throw from Christian Boulware is not in time as it's dropped by the second baseman Shea Gutierrez. Throw is a little up the third base line. CJ Taylor gets his first stolen base of the summer, and the count evens up to Kyle Moose. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate for ball 3. As Sessler runs deep in another count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the pitches are definitely racking up here early for Matt Sessler. And here comes the payoff pitch. A slider driven to third base. Ryan Randall makes the play, throws across the diamond for out number 2 as Kyle Moose is retired there. 2 away now in the bottom half of the first inning. For the third baseman for the Generals tonight, number 6, Reese Johnson. Reese did not play in last night's ball game, but gets the nod to start at third base tonight. The first pitch he sees is a slider that stays up for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Johnson's a fastball driven down the right field line, just foul. So that'll be strike 1 as Tom Lichty fully extends there, but that ball is just fouled on the right field line, and the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Another slider ground to the first baseman, Tom Lichty, who's going to take it himself to put out Reese Johnson as we head to the top half of the second inning. Not before the Generals were able to push across 3 runs on a 3-run bomb from Derek Cervantes. We head to the top of the second. Generals leading this one by a score of 3-0. Top half of the second inning for the Generals. Number 33, Aaron Gonzalez, will face the catcher tonight for the Twins, number 16, Christian Bolware, who is 1 for 2 in last night's ballgame, drew 2 walks and struck out once. The first pitch from Aaron Gonzalez is strike number 1 on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch to Bolware. A slider stays away for ball number 1. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Slider stays down, ball 2. As Christian Bolware gets ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball jammed him, fouled back. Strike 2 as Aaron Gonzalez is right back in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another slider froze him. Strike 3 as Christian Bolware goes down looking for the first out of the second inning. 1 away now as the Twins will send number 10 Hudson Hopkins to the plate, who did not play in last night's ballgame. He's getting his first at-bat of the series here. We'll see what he can do against Aaron Gonzalez. As the first pitch from Gonzalez is a slider, misses just down for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. Time called at the plate here as Hudson Hopkins steps out, and it looks like he's ready to go now. As Aaron Gonzalez wheels and deals a 1-1 pitch, a slider misses just away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball ground to the third baseman, Reese Johnson, who gets it on a big hop and makes a strong throw across the diamond to E.J. Taylor at first base. Quickly now, 2 away here in the top of the second inning, as the left fielder, number 8, Noah Sifrit, steps to the plate. Noah was 2 for 4 in last night's ballgame, drove in a couple runs and struck out once. The first pitch to Sifrit's a fastball that misses away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball, fouled, almost hit the cameraman. Looks like he's all right down there. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Gonzalez is a slider, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Good one there, a back foot slider. Gets Noah Sifrit out on his front foot. So the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 3 as Aaron Gonzalez has a clean 1-2-3 top half of the second inning. Generals heading back to bat, leading this one 3-0. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Generals is number 2, Bennett Lawrence, who's getting his first at-bat of this series against the Twins. Matt Sessler back out for the bottom of the second as he deals a fastball up for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Lawrence is a fastball in there on the inside corner for strike number 1. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's the 1-1 pitch from Sessler. A slider skips up there. Christian Boulware took a beating in last night's ball game. Looks like he caught some skin on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch is popped up and looks like Tom Lichty's going to have room to make that play. So he ranges back into fair territory to squeeze that one for the first out here in the second inning. With 1 out and nobody on, the Generals will send number 9, Justin Barr, to the plate, who pinch hit in last night's ball game was unsuccessful, striking out in his only plate appearance. See if he can turn things around here as Matt Sessler deals an 0-0 pitch. Fastball that skips up there for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Barr is another fastball that stays down for ball 2. Justin Barr is ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball way up, not close, ball 3. As you'd think Justin Barr will be taking at least 1 here. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball in there, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Generals are looking to improve to 3-1 on the homestand. Currently sit at 2-1. So 3-1 pitch to Justin Barr is fouled straight back. Looks like that was actually off his foot. So he comes up limping a bit here, as he'll see a full count offering from Matt Sessler. Full count pitch from Sessler misses up for ball 4, as Justin Barr earns a 1-out walk, and will swing it back to the top of the order with number 44, Tanner Roach, stepping to the plate, who led off this ball game with a single right back up the middle. Improving his mark in the series, totaled 3 for 4 with 2 walks, as the Twins have had a tough time getting Roach out at the plate. Quick pick over to first, and Barr's back in safely. First pitch to Tanner Roach is a fastball. Stays up and away for ball 1. Sessler's really had a hard time containing that fastball of his. It's been very erratic up in the zone. The 1-0 pitch to Tanner is popped up. It's going to be playable for the shortstop Blake Shannon, who's out in the shallow center field and squeezes it for the second out of the inning. With 2 away, the Generals are sending number 12, Jonathan Tapia, to the plate, who walked in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Two down now as Justin Barr takes a big lead from first base. Jonathan Tapia steps in and awaits an 0-0 pitch. There's a pick to first as he takes off. The throw from Tom Lichty is up, and Justin Barr swipes second base on an errant throw from Tom Lichty, as it would have taken a perfect throw to get Barr stealing there. As it stands, Justin Barr stands on second base, 2 away, and Jonathan Tapia has an RBI chance here. Sessler steps off. Justin Bard takes a big lead at second base, looking to score on any base hit. So the pitch to Tapia is a slider that stays up for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Tapia is a fastball popped up. Second baseman Shea Gutierrez ranging out, but it looks like it's going to be the right fielder that makes that play. Hudson Hopkins squeezes it for the third out of the second inning. As we head to the top of the third inning, Generals leading this one by a score of 3-0. Back out for the top of the third inning is Aaron Gonzalez. He will face the Twins' 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Starting off will be number 22, the designated hitter Lee Thomas, who's also getting his first at-bat of the series. So the first pitch to him from Aaron Gonzalez is a changeup that misses down and away for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball that stays down for ball two. So Lee Thomas finds himself ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball that stays away for ball three. As Aaron Gonzalez has fallen behind the 8-hole hitter. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 pitch is a fastball, misses way up, and Aaron Gonzalez issues a 4-pitch walk to start off the top half of the third inning. As the Twins bring up their 9-hole hitter, number 2, Blake Shannon, to the plate, who's also tonight's beer batter. Blake was 0 for 3 in last night's ball game, did draw a walk, but struck out once as well. We'll see if Aaron can get a ground ball here to erase that leadoff walk. So the 0-0 pitch is bunted at, foul, back behind the plate for strike number 1. No balls and a strike. Small lead at first base for Lee Thomas as Aaron steps off. He comes back set, ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch to Blake Shannon. It's a slider that stays inside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball bounced up there, ball 2. As Gonzalez has lost a little bit of command here, falls behind another hitter, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch to Shannon's a fastball fouled back. As the count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the shadows are creeping onto the field here, making it a little bit more difficult for the hitters up there. As the 2-2 pitch from Aaron Gonzalez, his slider is swung on and missed. The beer batter goes down swinging in his first at-bat. There's now 1 away here in the top half of the 3rd inning as the Twins are back to the top of their order with number 7 Tom Lichty stepping to the plate, who flew out to the shortstop to begin this ball game. First pitch to Lichty is a changeup on the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch is a slider that stays just inside for ball 1. 1-1 now to Tom Lichty. Lee Thomas still standing on first base after a leadoff walk. The 1-1 pitch to Lichty is a fastball just off the plate for ball 2. So he's worked himself ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball driven into left field for a base hit. That's going to get down, and Lee Thomas is going to go for third. Tom Lichty makes a big turn at first base. But a nice job out there in left field by Bennett Lawrence to cut that one off and keep the runners on the corners here. So with that 1-out single, the Twins have runners on the corners for number 5, Reese Durand. Reese flew out in foul territory to the third baseman in his first at-bat of the game. So Generals are looking to turn 2 here and get out of the inning unscathed, as Aaron Gonzalez is showing his first sign of trouble here. So first pitch to Durand is a changeup ground to the second baseman, Justin Barr, 4-6. And Peyton Robertson bobbles the ball there, but they're going to say it was on the transfer. So a run will come in to score here, as it looked like that was going to be an inning-ending double play, but Peyton Robertson couldn't get it cleanly out of the glove. They do retire Tom Lichty at second base, as Reese Durand is credited with the RBI fielder's choice there, as this score moves to 3-1 Generals. Now batting for the Twins is number 18, Ryan Randall, who walked in his first plate appearance. First pitch to him is a changeup that he takes for ball 1. 1-0 the count. One 1-0 pitch is a fastball, stays up, ball 2. As Ryan Randall's ahead in another count, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch as the runner takes off from first, is popped up into left field. Plenty of room out there for Bennett Lawrence, who squeezes it for out number 3. The Twins do bring across a run as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Generals still leading this one 3-1. Leading off the bottom of the third inning is number 43, Derek Cervantes, who's been the offensive hero thus far for the Generals with a 3-run jack back in the first inning. It's the first pitch he sees from Matt Sessler is a fastball in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch to Cervantes. Fastball just off the plate for ball one. Count evens up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is driven to left field. Oh man, he just missed doing it again as that one hooks foul. For strike number 2, the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate for ball 2. Derek's got this count back to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking to get things going here for the Generals in the bottom half of the third inning. It's the 2-2 pitch. Another fastball fouled at the plate. Got a piece of Christian Boulware there. Looks like he's alright and we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Derek's back in the box, ready to go here. Sessler delivers a 2-2 pitch. Another fastball popped into left field. Is that going to have enough on it? Left fielder's back at the wall, and he makes a grab. Leaping onto the wall. A nice play out there by the left fielder, Noah Sifrit, robbing Derek of extra bases there. 1 out now here in the third inning as number 7 Peyton Robertson comes to the plate. In his first at-bat, he was robbed by the center fielder Reese Durand on a line drive all the way to the wall out in center field. We'll see if he can have some better luck here. The first pitch he sees is showed bunt, pulled back. Doesn't matter, it's strike 1 according to the home plate umpire. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that misses down for ball 1. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is another slider that stays down for ball 2. Peyton's worked himself ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch to him is another fastball ripped into left field, and that's going to be a base hit for Peyton Robertson. As he continues his hot hitting, will stand on first with 1 out for the first baseman, number 17, E.J. Taylor, who walked back in the first inning in his only plate appearance. Good speed on the bases as Peyton Robertson can absolutely fly over there at first base. First pitch to EJ is a line drive into right field. That should get down and be trouble. It will. Peyton Robertson on his way to third. He'll come in safely. So it looked like Coach Oros was waving him around, but he held up at third base. And EJ Taylor has his first hit of the summer for the Generals with a blooper into right field. And the Generals got something cooking here. Runners on the corners for the catcher, number 99, Kyle Moose. Sessler's finding himself in a little bit of trouble here. Runners on the corners, only 1 out for the Generals. We'll see if Kyle Moose can pick up his first hit and first RBI for the Generals in succession here. First pitch to him is a fastball. Swung out and missed. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball again. This one misses down. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Kyle is a fastball. Fouled off at the plate. The count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes here. So off to choke up and protect here in order to score Peyton Robertson from third base. The 1-2 pitch is another fastball ripped down the third baseline, and that's fair and going to be trouble. E.J. Taylor on his way to third. Kyle Moose on his way to second. An RBI double for Kyle Moose as he brings in the 4th run of the ball game for the Generals. And they've still got something cooking here as Reese Johnson comes up to the plate with runners on second and third, still only 1 away. Reese grounded out to first in his only at bat so far tonight, as it looks like the Twins are going to bring the infield in here. Don't want to give up any more runs. So the first pitch to Johnson is a slider ripped into right field, and that's going to be a base hit, scoring E.J. Taylor easily. They hold Moose up at third as an RBI single from Reese Johnson extends the Generals' lead to 5-1. Generals have come out swinging so far tonight against Matt Sessler, who isn't fooling anybody so far tonight. Now batting with runners on the corners is number 2, Bennett Lawrence. Bennett flew out to the first baseman in his first at-bat. The first pitch he sees is a fastball fouled off at the plate for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. As Lawrence steps back in. A pick to first as Moose takes off. The throw down is high and not in time. Kyle Moose swipes second on another errant throw from Tom Lichty, as the Generals are just saying to heck with it and going on the first move. And it's worked out both times, as the Twins bring the infield in again. Trailing this one early 5-1 as Bennett Lawrence looks to extend that lead here. Down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch he sees is a fastball that misses away for ball 1. Counts even back up 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Lawrence is a fastball that stays up for ball 2. Lawrence now heading the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 pitches swung on and missed for strike 2. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Bennett is as successful as Kyle Moose was with 2 strikes, as he roped an RBI double down the left field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball stays away, ball 3. And Matt Sessler's just having a tough time putting these Generals hitters away. He's been able to get ahead, just hasn't been able to put them away, as we'll see what Bennett Lawrence can do here with a full count and 1 out. It's the payoff pitch to him. Fastball fouled back as he stays alive, and we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A long look in from Sessler here as he finally comes set and delivers another payoff pitch. It's a fastball that runs away for ball 4. And Bennett Lawrence walks, and the bases are now loaded for the Generals with number 9, Justin Barr, stepping to the plate. Justin walked in his first and only plate appearance thus far tonight. We'll see if he can pick up a couple RBIs here with a base hit. Kyle Moose stands on third, Reese Johnson on second, and Bennett Lawrence on first base here as the Generals look to really break this one open here early. It's the first pitch to Barr. It's a fastball ripped down the right field line, but that's going to get out of play. Foul ball, strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pinch bunt is shown, pulled it back as that fastball was off the plate. Ball number 1. 1-1 now to Justin Barr. Bases full of Generals here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, which has already seen the Generals push across 2 runs to extend their lead to 5-1. It's the 1-1 pitch to Barr as a fastball fouled straight back for strike number 2. He's behind in this one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch to Barr is a fastball dribble to the first baseman. Going to be a tough play. He just doesn't have a play. No one's there. Justin Barr puts it in no man's land as Kyle Moose chugs home. As the ball was hit so slowly, there was no play to force him out at home, and no one was covering the bag at first, so Justin Barr gets an infield single as well as an RBI to extend the Generals' lead to 6-1. As we swing it back to the top of the order with number 44, Tanner Roach, getting his 3rd at-bat of the game already. So he flew out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning, as he's hit in every inning thus far. First pitch he sees is a slider on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Another slider. That one stays down for ball 1. Count evens up here on Tanner Roach. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is ripped to the third baseman, Ryan Randall, who knocks it down and only has 1 play to first. It's a high throw, and he's out on the tag at first. A nice play by Tom Lichty, who makes a swipe tag on the sliding Tanner Roach. But Roach will get an RBI here as Reese Johnson slides in safely to score, as the Generals now have 7 runs on the scoreboard and are still batting here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. With 2 outs, they'll send Jonathan Tapia to the plate. Runner still on 2nd and 3rd here as he flew out to right field in his last at-bat. The first pitch to Jonathan Tapia is a fastball that misses down for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Tapia is another fastball that stays up and away for ball two as he sits ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Generals have already pushed 4 across in this inning looking for more. Bennett Lawrence standing on third base, Justin Barr on second. As Jonathan Tapia digs in and awaits a 2-0 pitch. His fastball dribbled to the third baseman, Ryan Randall, who makes a strong throw across the diamond, and that'll finally end this bottom half of the third inning, but not before the Generals are able to put across 4 more runs and take a 7-1 lead as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Back out to work the top of the fourth inning is Aaron Gonzalez. He will face the 4-hole hitter number 3, Shea Gutierrez, who flew out to right field in his only at-bat. First pitch he sees is a fastball that misses down and away for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch from Aaron's a fastball ripped down the third baseline, and that stays inside the bag as Bennett Lawrence cuts it off and holds Shea Gutierrez to a single. Nice play out there by Bennett Lawrence. Nevertheless, a no-out single here for Shea Gutierrez will bring up the catcher, number 16, Christian Boulware. Christian struck out looking in his first at-bat. We'll see if Aaron can get another ground ball here. Hopefully turn 2 with the catcher running down the line. So the first pitch to Bowler is a ground ball right to the shortstop. A 6-4 high throw. Good tag there by E.J. Taylor. No, they called him safe. What's the call? Safe. The umpire calls him safe. It didn't look like he touched the bag, and I think that's what Coach Oros is going to go have a chat with him about. As Peyton Robertson had a clean flip there to Justin Barr, who had plenty of time to make the throw, rushed it a bit, and made a high throw to the 6'4" E.J. Taylor, which is tough to do. As he tried to make a swipe tag, but was unsuccessful, and the Twins will have a runner on first here and 1 out after that fielder's choice. And they'll send up the right fielder, number 10, Hudson Hopkins, who grounded out to the third baseman in his only at-bat so far tonight. A great pitch there from Aaron Gonzalez. Got a tailor-made double play ball, but an unfortunate sequence of events keeps the Twins with one runner on and 1 away. So the first pitch to Hopkins is a fastball that stays up for ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back for strike number one. 1-1 the count. A pick to first. Not in time, and a nice block by E.J. Taylor, who blocks that one up from being trouble down the right field line. And we'll reset here at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is a slider that stays up for ball two. As Hudson Hopkins gets ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is driven down the left field line, but that's going to be way foul as Hudson Hopkins got a hold of that one. Couldn't keep it fair as the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch from Gonzalez is a slider that just misses off the outside corner for ball 3. As the counts run full to Hopkins here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch is a fastball ground to the second baseman, Justin Barr, flips it to Peyton Robertson covering, and the throw to first is in plenty of time. A nice 4-6-3 double play right there as the Twins get out of the top half of the 4th inning, not giving up a single run. So we head to the bottom half of the inning, leading the Twins by a score of 7-1. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Matt Sessler's day is done on the mound as he struggled through 3 innings, giving up 7 hits, walked 4, and gave up 7 earned runs, striking out nobody. He will give way to number 25, Brian Hamilton, as he looks to shut down this potent Generals offense, as they already have a 6-run lead here early in this ball game. And to lead off this bottom half of the fourth inning, it'll be the three-hole hitter, number 43, Derek Cervantes, who flew out to deep left in his second at-bat, also has homered in this ballgame. So the first pitch to Derek is a slider in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball inside, ball one. 1-1 the count now. That ball smashed down the left field line. Way out of play as Derek falls behind in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Derek calls time at the plate here as Brian Hamilton shook off several signs from the catcher Christian Boulware. As it looks like we're ready now as he winds and delivers a 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses away for ball 2. Count evens up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the Generals look to keep scoring here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The 2-2 pitch to Derek is another slider fouled down the right field line, and that's going to get out of play. And we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball ripped up the middle, and there's Derek's second hit of the night. A screamer up the middle almost took off Hamilton's head, and the Generals got something cooking here. 1 on and nobody out. For the shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson, who is also 1 for 2 on the night. He singled in his last at-bat. So the first pitch to Robertson is a fastball way up and in for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch from Hamilton's another fastball dribbled up the middle. The shortstop Blake Shannon's going to take that one himself and turn it unassisted. Double play on the speedy Peyton Robertson. Quickly now 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth as number 17 E.J. Taylor is going to step to the plate now. E.J. notched his first hit of the summer for the Generals in his last at-bat with a bloop single down the right field line. Also scored a run after that bloop single. So we'll see what he gets here from Brian Hamilton. The first pitch from him is a slider in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch to EJ is a fastball swung on and fouled back. That'll be strike number 2 as he's quickly falling behind in this count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Hamilton's a slider swung on and missed for strike 3. An efficient inning for Bryant Hamilton as he gets a little bit of help from a double play ball as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Generals still way ahead in this one, 7-1. Now on to pitch for the Generals, making his first appearance of the summer is number 14, Max Page. So the first pitch he throws is a fastball that misses away for ball one. He's facing number 8, Noah Sifrit. As Aaron Gonzalez's day comes to an end as he goes 4 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 walks, striking out 3, and only giving up 1 earned run. So the 1-0 pitch from Max Page is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Noah Sifrit struck out swinging in his only at-bat. So the 1-1 pitch from Max Page is a fastball in the outside corner for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Max is a left-handed pitcher throwing from a little awkward 3/4 arm slot, which I imagine is very tough for the left-handed hitters. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. A slider, and it was a good one. Sifrit barely got a piece of it, though, as he stays alive, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's another 1-2 pitch from Page. Another slider. This one stays away as the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, fastball, just got a piece of it, found it back. As we'll do it again here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 here again to Noah Sifrit, as Page is ready to deliver. A slider swung on and missed for strike number 3 as Noah Sifrit goes down swinging for the second time tonight. 1 up, 1 down here for Max Page as he'll face the designated hitter number 22, Lee Thomas, who walked in his only at bat tonight. Another left-handed bat here to face the lefty Max Page, as he's going to have a tough time seeing the ball here. As the first pitch to Lee Thomas is a fastball, slowly grounded to third baseman Reese Johnson, who has plenty of time and makes a strong throw across the diamond to E.J. Taylor for out number 2, as Max Page quickly has 2 away here in the top half of the 5th. And will face the beer batter, number 2, Blake Shannon, who, as all the fans know here, struck out in his first at-bat. Seven runs on 8 hits and 1 error for the Generals. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors thus far for the Twins. So the first pitch from Page is a slider swung on and missed by Blake Shannon. Strike 1. 0-1 the count now. The 0-1 pitch from Page is a fastball fouled straight back as Blake Shannon finds himself quickly behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes as he's in danger of striking out for the second time this evening. And the 0-2 pitch. Another slider. This one slapped down the right field line, but that's going to stay foul. As Blake Shannon hangs in there, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2 pitch from Max Page. Another slider. Good pitch there, a back foot slider, but Blake Shannon takes it for ball number 1. As the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Page has got the sign he was looking for, but no time is called at the plate again by Blake Shannon. He steps out and regroups himself here. As Page has got the one he wants. Comes set and delivers a 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken. Strike 3 on the outside corner. As Blake Shannon goes down looking for the second time this evening. A quick top of the 5th inning as we head to the bottom half. Generals still leading this one 7-1. Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Generals is number 99, Kyle Moose. Kyle is 1 for 2 with a ground out and a double in his most recent at-bat. As he'll face Brian Hamilton here coming out for his second inning of work. And the first pitch he sees is grounded foul down the third baseline for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. The 0-1 pitch to Moose is fouled straight back as Brian Hamilton's working quickly and efficiently here ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Moose. It's a fastball in the outside corner, froze him. Strike number 3 looking. As Brian Hamilton with a 3-pitch strikeout there of the Generals catcher will send the third baseman tonight, number 6, Reese Johnson, to the plate, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat and stands 1 for 2 on the night. The first pitch he sees from Brian Hamilton's a fastball taken away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Johnson's another. No, that was a changeup. It looked like got him out on his front foot. A good one. Strike number 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch is a 2-seam fastball that ran away as Reese Johnson ran out of bat there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball drilled down the left field line, but that's going to stay foul. As Reese Johnson stays alive here as the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another 1-2 pitch is a fastball swung on a miss for strike number 3 as Brian Hamilton has struck out both batters he's faced here in the bottom half of the 5th. And now he'll see the left fielder tonight, number 2, Bennett Lawrence, who walked in his last at bat and is 0 for 1 on the night with a pop out to first base. We'll see if he can get something going here with 2 away and nobody on for the Generals. The first pitch he sees is a slow grounder to the third baseman, Ryan Randall, who throws on the run in plenty of time. And a solid job out of the pen thus far for Brian Hamilton as he's thrown 2 scoreless as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Generals still way ahead in this one, 7-1. Back out for his second inning of work is number 14, Max Page, as he will face the top of the order here for the Twins as number 7, Tom Lichty, steps to the plate. First pitch Tom sees is a fly ball to left field as Bennett Lawrence comes charging in and he calls off Peyton Robertson and makes the play for a 1-pitch, 1-out. As Tom Lichty moves to 1 for 3 on the night with that at bat. With 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning, the Twins will send number 5, Reese Duran, to the plate, who made an outstanding play earlier in this ballgame in center field and is 0 for 2 so far in the ballgame at the plate, grounded into a fielder's choice in his last at bat. It's the first pitch he sees from Page. He shows bunt and pulls it back as that ball was way away for ball 1. 1-0 now the count. It's the 1-0 pitch to Duran. The bunt shown again, and he goes this time. And that's going to be strike number 1 as Max Page evens up the count here. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Page is a slider. Yes, he did. Strike number 2 swinging. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Page is a slider fouled back, and we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's another 1-2 pitch from Max Page. A slider, check swing. Yes, he did. A nice block back there by Kyle Moose, who makes a strong throw down to first to retire the second out of the inning. As with 2 away now, number 18, Ryan Randall, will step to the plate, who has walked and flown out to left field in his 2 plate appearances thus far. Max Page is cruising out of the pen right now. 5 up, 5 down so far for Max. The first pitch to Ryan Randall is a fastball that just misses, down and away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch from Max is another fastball, this one off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses down, ball 3. And I hope I didn't jinx Max out there. 3 balls and no strikes as he falls behind the first hitter so far in his outing. We'll see if he can climb back into this one. So 3-0 pitch is another fastball that misses away, and a 4-pitch walk from Max Page to Ryan Randall will send number 3 Shea Gutierrez to the plate, who has flown out to right field and singled in 2 plate appearances. And that's going to prompt a visit from Coach Oros, and we'll see if Max's day is done or if this is just a talk. And it looks like that's going to be it for Max Page. As in his Generals debut, it's a solid one. He goes 1 2/3 innings, giving up 1 walk and striking out 3, giving up no earned runs, and is responsible for the runner on first base. Let's see who the Generals are bringing in here to close out the top of the 6th inning. And it looks like it's going to be number 21, Clayton Price, on to work the rest of the top of the 6th inning here. He will face Shea Gutierrez with 2 outs and Ryan Randall standing on first base for the Twins. It looks like we're ready to go here as Clayton Price has got his warm-up pitches in. He will have a new count here as he faces Shea Gutierrez with 2 away in the top half of the 6th inning. The first pitch he throws is a fastball that misses up for ball 1. As he falls behind early in this count, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch from Price is another fastball. This one's popped up down the left field line, and that's going to reach the seats and get out of play for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. The 1-1 pitch from Price is another fastball, swung on and missed. Strike number 2 as he jumps at it in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Price quickly comes set and delivers a 1-2 pitch. It's another fastball. This one misses away as the count evens up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch, another fastball. This one misses down as the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch from Price is a fastball ripped into center field. Tanner Roach ranges back, should have room, and he does, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out of the 6th inning. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Generals still leading by a score of 7-1. Back out to pitch the bottom of the 6th inning is number 25, Brian Hamilton, as this will be his 3rd inning of relief. And he will face number 9, Justin Barr, to lead things off here. Justin is 1 for 1 and is yet to be retired tonight. Walked and has a single in his 2 at-bats. So the first pitch he sees is another fastball ripped down the left field line, but that's going to stay foul for strike number 1. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch from Hamilton's another fastball dribbled right back to him as he flips it over to the first baseman for easy out number 1. Quickly one away here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as number 44, Tanner Roach, steps to the plate, who is 1 for 3 so far tonight. Singled in his first at-bat, has flown out and grounded out since then. As the first pitch to Tanner is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Hamilton's a slider swung on a miss for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes here quickly to the leadoff man for the Generals, number 44, Tanner Roach. So the 0-2 pitch here from Hamilton's a fastball, a defensive swing there from Tanner as he somehow fouls that one off down the third base line while falling down. An impressive feat there, as we'll reset it here. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Another slider. This one stays down for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch to Roach. Fastball. This one skips up there for ball 2 as he's got it back even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider swung on a miss, strike 3 as Brian Hamilton strikes out another. And there's quickly 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now batting for the Generals is number 12, Jonathan Tapia, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a walk back in the 1st inning. As the first pitch he sees is yet another strike from Brian Hamilton, as that fastball paints the outside corner for strike number 1 as the count moves to no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch is another fastball. This one stays down for ball 1. So the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. As time is called here, as Christian Boulware heads out to the mound to have a little discussion with his pitcher here. One and one here as we're ready to go again. As Brian Hamilton delivers a 1-1 pitch, another slider. This one misses away for ball 2. As Jonathan Tapia finds himself ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one stays down as Jonathan Tapia is now ahead. In the driver's seat here, 3 balls and 1 strike. As the 3-1 pitch to Tapia as a fastball misses up and in. Ball 4 as Jonathan draws his second walk of the game. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, that'll send number 43, Derek Cervantes, to the plate, who's been a tough out thus far for the Twins as he's 2 for 3, including a big fly back in the 1st inning. So first pitch to Derek's a fastball that jams him a bit as the shortstop Blake Shannon goes out and makes the play in shallow left field to retire the side. So we're already in the 7th here, folks, as the Generals head to the top half of the 7th inning, leading this one by a score of 7-1. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Twins is number 16, Christian Boulware. Christian is 0 for 2 tonight, has struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. So he'll face Clayton Price back out for another inning of work. First pitch from Price is popped foul for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch to Boulware is a slider that stays up for ball 1. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, fastball, pulled it a little bit there, as that one misses way out and way down for ball number 2. 2-1 now the count. And here's the 2-1 pitch, another fastball ground to the third baseman, Reese Johnson, who fields it cleanly and makes a strong throw across the diamond to retire the Twins catcher for the first out of the top half of the 7th inning. And that'll send up the right fielder, number 10, Hudson Hopkins. Hudson is 0 for 2 and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in his last at-bat. The first pitch from Price is a slider in there for strike number 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Price is another slider. This one misses down as the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses down and away, ball 2. As Hopkins finds himself ahead in the count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is another fastball, this one back in the dirt. As the count moves to 3 balls and a strike now to the Twins right fielder. And the 3-1 pitch is a fastball, this one stays down, and Clayton Price walks Hudson Hopkins on 5 pitches. And that'll send up the left fielder number 8, Noah Sifrit, here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Twins trailing this one big, 7-1, as a 3-run first and a 4-run third inning have been the difference so far for the Generals in this one. Noah is 0 for 2 on the night, 2 strikeouts. The first pitch he sees is another fastball in there for strike 1. As Sifrit's looking to avoid the hat trick here. The 0-1 pitch from Price is a fastball, swung on and missed, strike 2. And just like that, Noah Sifrit's behind in another count. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, a fastball, misses way away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch from Price is a fastball that stays down. As Sifrit's got this count back to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, fastball up. From 0-2 to 3-2, as Clayton Price is struggling to command that zone right now, which is not what you want to see as a Generals fan with a big lead. As he looks to put Sifrit away here with a 3-2 pitch. The pitch is fouled back. And we'll do it again. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 3-2 pitch as the runner takes off from first. That slider misses away for ball 4 as Clayton Price has issued back-to-back walks here. And the Twins will send their big designated hitter number 22, Lee Thomas, to the plate here. With 2 on and only 1 out, as this is the Twins' first real scoring opportunity since the top half of the 3rd inning, in which they were only able to cash in 1 run. We'll see if the Generals can get out of this one unscathed here. As Price is ready to deliver a 0-0 pitch, and it's a slider check swing. Yes, he did. Strike 1. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch to Thomas is another slider, this one blocked up, but it gets far enough away from Kyle Moose that both base runners are able to move up on the play as Hudson Hopkins and Noah Sifrit take 2nd and 3rd respectively there. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike as Clayton Price looks to avoid any further damage here. He delivers a 1-1 pitch. A fastball misses away. Ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Thomas. Another fastball. This one stays down. As Lee Thomas is way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and a strike. As Clayton Price is in danger of walking his 3rd man in a row here. The 3-1 pitch, another fastball. This one fouled straight back for strike number 2. As we have another full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Lee Thomas. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back as Lee Thomas stays alive here. And he'll see another full count pitch. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball, this one's popped straight up. Who's got this one? It looks like it's going to be Tanner Roach, who comes in throwing. So he makes a strong throw in that'll hold the runner Hudson Hopkins at third, and no runners are able to advance on the short fly ball to center field. So the Generals now have 2 away here, with the beer batter stepping up to the plate and Blake Shannon, who has struck out twice so far tonight, much to the approval of the fans here at Riverside Stadium. Clayton Price is now just 1 pitch away from getting out of this mess without giving up a run. First pitch to Blake is fouled down the left field line for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball in there on the inside corner for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses just down for ball 1. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Price comes set and delivers a 1-2 pitch. Fastball grounded to the second baseman, Justin Barr. Should be an easy play as he makes the strong throw to the first baseman, E.J. Taylor, as the Generals get out of this inning without giving up any runs. And we'll head to the 7th inning stretch, leading this one by a score of 7-1. Now batting for the Generals is the shortstop, number 7, Peyton Robertson, who is 1 for 3 tonight, grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. Was also robbed back in the first inning by Reese Durand out there in center field. As the first pitch is taken for ball 1, the count moves to 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch from Brian Hamilton's a fastball, swung through and missed for strike one. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch from Hamilton's another fastball. This one grounded to the shortstop Blake Shannon, who gets it on a backhand and makes a strong throw across, and Tom Lichty's able to keep his foot on the bag there for a quick out number one here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. With one away now in the bottom half of the seventh inning, number 17, E.J. Taylor will step to the plate, who's 1 for 2, walked, singled, and struck out in his 3 plate appearances. The first pitch to E.J. is a fastball, hits him on the helmet. Holy cow. That's going to... Ears are probably ringing now. He looks like he's okay, but Coach Orosz is obviously going to talk to him here for a minute. Make sure he's all right. Looks like he is. He's going to jog down to first base. A very short conversation there with Coach Orosz. E.J. Taylor showing a lot of toughness here. Shakes that one off quickly. And heads on down to first with the 1-out hit by pitch. That'll send the catcher to the plate, number 99, Kyle Moose. Kyle's also 1 for 3 in this ball game, is grounded out to third, doubled, and struck out looking in his 3 plate appearances. As it looks like we're ready to go here as Kyle Moose steps in. And the first pitch to him is a fastball that's swung on and missed for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Brian Hamilton. A slider this time that misses down and away for ball 1 as the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. A pick to first as E.J. Taylor is back in plenty of time. One and one here to Moose. As the 1-1 pitch is grounded up the middle, a dive by Blake Shannon to no avail as that ball gets into center field for Kyle's second hit of the night. With 2 on and only 1 out, the Generals will send number 6, Reese Johnson, to the plate. Reese is 1 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out to first, singled, and struck out in his 3 plate appearances. A hit here could result in another Generals run as they're looking to finally get to Brian Hamilton, who to this point has been terrific out of the pen for the Twins. As Hamilton calls time and asks for his catcher to come out. And we're ready to go here as Reese Johnson steps into the box. And the first pitch to Reese is a fastball driven into right field, and that's going to get down for a hit. Coach Orosz is sending E.J. Taylor from third as he is out at the plate. Strong throw out there from the right fielder Hudson Hopkins, a little bit up the first baseline, but a nice play by Christian Boulware to get the tag down in time to nail E.J. Taylor at the plate. Kyle Moose moves up to third on the throw, as Reese Johnson records his second hit of the night. As number 2, Bennett Lawrence steps to the plate looking to notch his first hit of the ball game, as he is 0 for 2 so far tonight, with a pop out to first base, a walk, and a ground out to third. As Reese Johnson takes off from first and is in there without a throw, as that 0-0 pitch missed up with a slider for ball 1. 1-0 now the count. 2 runners in scoring position here for the Generals, looking to add to their already sizable lead. Just the 1-0 pitch to Bennett Lawrence is another fastball. This one misses inside. So he's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball driven into left field. Should be plenty of room out there for the left fielder Noah Sifrit, who makes the grab for out number 3. We head to the top of the 8th inning now. Generals still leading this one by a score of 7-1. Now in to pitch the top of the 8th inning for the Generals, making his Generals debut as number 56, Brent Hebert. Also coming into the game at first base is number 52, Ryan Flores, as Clayton Price's day is done as he goes 1 1/3 innings, walking 2, striking out nobody, but giving up no earned runs. We'll see what Hebert has in store for the Generals here. Excuse me, I've just been corrected. Brent Hebert is on the mound here for the Generals, as he will face the top of the Twins order as number 7, Tom Lichty, steps to the plate. Tom is 1 for 3 thus far tonight. And the first pitch from Hebert is ripped into left field, but that's going to stay foul for strike number 1. 0-1, the count. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball jammed him, strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Hebert. There's a fastball that stays up. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. As Brent looks to record his first strikeout in a Generals uniform. So he delivers a 1-2 pitch. Slider swung, foul tipped at the plate. Kyle Moose couldn't hold on to that one, and we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's another 1-2 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 2, as this count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. As Tom Lichty's putting up a good battle here, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider, back foot slider. As Tom Lichty holds up there, and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's the full count pitch from Hebert. It's a ground ball right back to him as he stabs it. Makes a throw over to the first baseman, Ryan Flores, who makes a nice pick to avoid an error there, as there's quickly 1 away now in the top of the 8th inning. With 1 down in the 8th inning, the Twins will send number 5, Reese Duran, to the plate. Reese is 0 for 3 on the night, struck out swinging back in the 6th inning. The first pitch he sees is a fastball that misses down for ball 1. 1-0 the count. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Another fastball, this one fouled down the left field line, and that'll get out of play. For strike number 1, the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball, blew it by him, strike number 2. As Hebert gets ahead in the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball runs it up. Ball 2. Count evens up here to Reese Duran, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Slider swung on a miss, strike 3, as Hebert records his first strikeout in a Generals uniform, sitting down Reese Duran for the 2nd time this evening. With 2 down now in the 8th inning, the Twins will send number 18, Ryan Randall, to the plate. Ryan is 0 for 1 tonight. He has 2 walks thus far. The first pitch to Randall is a fastball that's fouled down the left field line, strike number 1. And you love this out of the Generals bullpen, nothing but strikes for Hebert. Here's the 0-1 pitch, another slider, this one fouled at the plate for strike number 2, as Hebert's quickly ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see what he wants to go with here, way ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses on the inside corner. Froze him there, and had he gotten the call, it would have been a brilliant pitch. Nevertheless, the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haber. Another fastball. This one runs a bit more inside for ball number 2. As we've got another 2-2 count here. 2 down in the top of the 8th inning. Generals just 4 outs away from locking up this victory here. So the 2-2 pitch is a slider fouled back. That's going to get out of play, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Changeup. This one misses away for ball 3, and the count's run full here to Ryan Randall. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the payoff pitch. Slider stays up, ball 4. A 2-out walk for Ryan Randall. His 3rd of the game will send number 3, Shea Gutierrez, to the plate. Shea is 1 for 3 with a fly out to right, a single, and a fly out to center field. We'll see if Haber can get back in the strike zone here. So the 0-0 pitch is a fastball. Check swing, doesn't matter, called strike. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch is a slider. Strike number 2 looking. Quickly ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. As Gutierrez is looking to avoid striking out for the first time tonight. As Haber quickly comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch, a fastball ripped into center field, and that one's gonna get down past the diving reach of Tanner Roach. Gonna roll all the way to the right fielder, who picks it up. As the runner from third's coming home, the throw from Peyton Robertson is up the line and not in time. Ryan Randall scores all the way from first there as Tanner Roach laid out for that ball and was unable to snag it as Shea Gutierrez trots in with an RBI double. Pushing this score to Generals 7, Twins 2. Here with still 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. As number 16, Christian Boulware will step to the plate, who has struck out looking, grounded into a double play, and grounded out to third in his 3 plate appearances tonight. The first pitch from Haber is in there. A fastball on the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one laced down the right field line, but going to get out of play for strike number 2 as Haber's ahead of another hitter here. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider blocked up nicely back there by Moose. As that ball's in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Haber. Another slider. This one stays away as the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As so far, Haber's had a tough time putting away these Twins hitters. Has gotten ahead of them nicely, but just hasn't found that pitch to put them away yet. We'll see if he can do it here. As he delivers a 2-2 pitch to Christian Boulware. A fastball swung on and missed for strike number 3. Twins push 1 across here to move the score to 7-2. Generals just 3 outs away, leading this one 7-2. On to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning for the Twins is number 22, Lee Thomas. As number 25, Brian Hamilton's day is done. A really solid outing out of the pen for Hamilton as he goes 4 innings, giving up just 3 hits, walking 1, and striking out 4. But the biggest thing is he put up a bunch of zeros as he gave up 0 earned runs in his 4 innings pitched. Unluckily for him, he was already down in the game 7-1 when he entered. So it looks like he's not going to be factored into this decision. Nevertheless, a solid outing from Brian Hamilton as he gives way to number 22, Lee Thomas. He will face the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Generals as number 9, Justin Barr, steps to the plate, who has walked, singled, and grounded out to the pitcher in his 3 plate appearances. The first pitch from Lee Thomas is a fastball in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Thomas is another fastball. This one hops up there for ball number 1. So the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one ripped into left field, and that's going to get down for a leadoff single. Justin Barr with his 2nd hit of the game. As the Generals have a leadoff man on here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. As they swing it back to the top of the order as number 44, Tanner Roach, steps to the plate. Tanner is 1 for 4 on the night. Struck out swinging in his last at-bat. The first pitch to Roach is a fastball that misses up and away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch from Lee Thomas is a fastball that skips up there. 2-0 now the count as Tanner Roach sits in the driver's seat here. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for strike number 1. As Lee Thomas gets back in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. As Lee Thomas steps off. The 2-1 pitch is another fastball. This one's fouled straight back. As the count's back to even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. A slider doesn't come back over the plate. As the counts run full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch to Roach. Another fastball fouled straight back as Tanner stays alive. And he'll see another full count pitch here. Here comes another. No, a pick to first as Justin Barr's back. Easily on that one. The full count pitch is another fastball. This one stays up for ball 4. As Tanner Roach draws a full count walk, and the Generals have something cooking here. 2 on, nobody out for the right fielder, number 12, Jonathan Tapia, who is 0 for 2 but walked twice in this ball game, as well as flying out to left field and grounding out to third, as he steps up for his 5th at-bat of the game. The first pitch from Lee Thomas is a fastball that runs up and in for ball 1. 1-0 the count. as the runner's still third, Justin Barr with some aggressive base running there. Swipes third. The throw went to second as Christian Boulware tried to back pick Tanner Roach there, but was unsuccessful as that ball gets away from the second baseman, Shea Gutierrez. And the Generals have runners on second and third now, nobody out. And the pitch from Lee Thomas is a fastball that misses up. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from Thomas. Another fastball. This one misses down. For ball number 3 is Jonathan Tapia is way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one misses way away as Lee Thomas has walked back-to-back hitters here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As the bases are loaded for number 43, Derek Cervantes, who's 2 for 4 tonight, including that big fly back in the first inning. We'll see what he can do here with the bases loaded and nobody out, as the first pitch he sees is a fastball that stays up for ball 1. 1-0 the count as Lee Thomas is really struggling out there to find the zone. The next pitch to Derek is grounded down the third baseline as the third baseman Ryan Randall tags third for the force out, but Justin Barr comes in to score as Derek Cervantes grounds into an RBI fielder's choice there to extend the Generals' lead to 8-2. With 1 out now and runners on the corners, the Generals will send number 7 Peyton Robertson to the plate, who is 1 for 4 tonight. And we'll look to improve on that line here. He faces Lee Thomas for the first time tonight. The first pitch from Thomas is a slider. Doesn't come back over the plate for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch to Peyton Robertson's a fastball in there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball that stays down for ball 2 as Robertson finds himself ahead in the count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is another fastball. This one stays up again as Robertson's ahead big in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch is another fastball. This one misses in, ball 4, as Lee Thomas has walked his 3rd man of the inning. As number 52, Ryan Flores, steps to the plate for his first at-bat of the inning. His first at-bat of the game, but not before. The Twins are going to make a pitching change here, as it looks like Ryan Randall, the 3rd baseman, is going to come into pitch. As we're ready to go here, as Ryan Flores steps to the plate against Ryan Randall, and the first pitch he sees is a fastball fouled back for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Ryan hits here with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th. Only 1 out. It's the 0-1 pitch from Randall's. Another fastball ripped back up the middle, and that's going to score 2. So the Generals tack on to their lead here. It's number 12, Jonathan Tapia. Number 43, Derek Cervantes score from second and third as the Generals push their lead to 10-2 now over the Twins. Now batting for the Generals is number 99, Kyle Moose, who is 2 for 4 tonight with a double, a single, a strikeout, and a ground out to third. So the first pitch he sees is a curveball that hits him. And Kyle Moose is going to take his base here. And the bases are back loaded as number 6, Reese Johnson, steps up to the plate, who's also 2 for 4 on the night with 2 singles, a strikeout, and a ground out to first. We'll see if he can keep the runs coming for the Generals here. So the first pitch from Randall is another fastball that's swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Randall. Another fastball. This one grounded to the first baseman, Lee Thomas, who throws to second for 1. Blake Shannon back to first in time for 2. A nice 3-6-1 double play there. Gets the Twins out of the inning, but not before the Generals tack on 3 more runs and are just 3 outs away from winning this one. We head to the top of the 9th inning, Generals leading by a score of 10-2. On to pitch the top of the 9th inning for the Generals is number 18, A.J. Irvin. As Brent Hubert's day is done as he goes 1 full inning, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, striking out 2, and giving up 1 earned run in his Generals debut. AJ will come out here to pitch the top of the ninth and will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Twins. First stepping up is number 10, Hudson Hopkins. Hudson is 0 for 2 on the night, has also drawn a walk. As AJ looks to record the final 3 outs here to get the Generals the win. The first pitch from AJ is a fastball that hits Hudson Hopkins. I'd say one pitch hit by pitch there for AJ Irvin. As number 8, Noah Sifrit steps to the plate. Noah Sifrit is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a walk. As AJ looks to get back in the zone here. It's the first pitch he delivers to Sifrit's a fastball grounded slowly to the first base side, but that's going to get foul for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch from Irvin's another fastball. This one grounded to third baseman Reese Johnson. To the second baseman Justin Barr. Back across to Ryan Flores. And a nice 5-4-3 double play. As there's now quickly 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And the Generals are just now 1 out away from securing the victory. As number 22 Lee Thomas steps to the plate as the Twins' last hope here. And the first pitch from AJ is a fastball on the outside corner. Just misses, ball 1. 1-0 now the count. The 1-0 pitch from Irvin. Another fastball. This one popped up. Looks like it's going to get... No. Yes, it's going to get out of play. Reese Johnson with a little deke move there. Fooled me. As the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Irvin. A slider in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes as the Twins are down to their last strike of the evening. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Another fastball taken just off the plate for ball 2. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the 2-2 pitch. Slider taken, ball 3 as this count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The full count pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Generals win this one by a final score of 10-2 over the Texarkana Twins to improve their record to 21-11 on the summer, while the Twins drop to 13-13. The Generals will have a couple off days before coming back here to Riverside Stadium to face the division-leading Brazos Valley Bombers in a big 2-game series, as currently the Generals sit 3 games back of the Bombers for that number 1 seed. Thank you all for listening, and until then, don't forget, go Generals!